What's up, everybody? Gibson's Lawn Service checking back in. Guy wrote in. He said, question, I understand that your business has a standard. Same zip code, no IOUs, which is great. Do you think that if you were to branch out a little more, say instead of 5 to 10 minutes from home, maybe up to 20 minutes and work Fridays, do you think it'll be worth it so that you can enjoy the winter months at home and not well? He also says if you're not comfortable with taking off for the winter, which I understand, do you think you would ever start another LLC to start your own welding business or some other service to where you're working for yourself all year? Let's answer the first question. He says, what do I think about branching out? Look, I'm going to name some names of where I live. That way I can put you in the context, because you're not going to, these names of these cities is not going, since you don't live down here, you don't understand. I'm just using these names of this city. That way the video will make sense. All right, I live in a town called Ocean Springs. The average income for these homeowners in Ocean Springs is $100,000. That's the average, because two people are working, right? Now, if you're looking at the map, right? If you go east, it's a town called Goshen, Pascagoula, and Moss Point. If you go west from where I'm at, you have a town called D'Iberville, Biloxi, Gulfport. Now, when I first started my business, I was driving back and forth, right? Here's what happened. When I was trying to build my business and work a job, I was like, man, the amount of time it's taking me to go cut 2 yards in Goshen, 2 yards in Pascagoula, I could have stayed in Ocean Springs and cut maybe 6 because of windshield time. Now, each city, like, look, if I go east, Goshen, Pascagoula, Moss Point, which is the furthest city, is about 18 minutes. Vice versa the other way, right? So what would get me is when I had my full-time job, I'd be like, man, I don't have time to run over here to Biloxi or run over here to Pascagoula, then come back and work Ocean Springs. I said, you know what? I'm going to just eliminate them. So I started eliminating those yards that were spread out. Then what I would learn, when it would rain, let's say I'm in Gulfport, which is 15 minutes or 18 minutes from my house. Let's say I'm in Gulfport, which is 2 zip codes over. Let's say I got 6 properties in Gulfport. I get to Gulfport, all right? I know the rain coming at 3 o'clock. I get to Gulfport, I get maybe 3 properties cut or 4 properties cut, bottom fall out. I got 2 left I got to go back and get. But I was only in Gulfport Tuesday. Wednesday I had to come way over here to Moss Point. So whenever everything cleared up, I got to run back to Gulfport, finish them 2. Then I got to run way over here on the opposite way to go do Moss Point. Then you would say, look at all this traffic. You think these folks ain't got no money? So then I would be like, well, man, I'm going to just wait until I make sure it doesn't rain before I go over there. And that was really throwing me out, because then I didn't want to go over there and work half a day. So I'd be like, I'm going to wait, make sure it don't rain. Then I can go over there and get everything. Then you'll look up doggone properties holding water. Can you skip us? And once you start tightening the wrench on your business, you're not allowing people to skip. You're not allowing people to dictate the schedule. You're not taking on wet properties. Once you start putting all that into place, you kind of start, I don't want to say working yourself out the market, but you kind of start, I'm not saying eliminating a lot of business, because you're getting rid of a lot of headaches. But what I noticed, and I remember doing this one day, I said, man, this is what I said to myself. I still had my full-time job, so I could always play with my business because I didn't have nothing to lose. I had a full-time job. One day I counted how many houses that was in the subdivision that I live in. And this is exactly 100 houses in the subdivision that I live in. And I started thinking, I said, man, if I had a whole subdivision like this right here, I would not have to leave my town. Well, look at all this traffic. Everybody getting up, going to work, and I'm going to maintain their property. Yeah. So I started thinking. I said, man, I want to cut back. I said, because right now I don't have nothing to lose, and I can really trim the fat. And this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna look up, you're gonna make decent money, you're gonna make good money in one zip code. And I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna offend a lot of people. You should be making 100,000 per zip code you traveling in. If you're doing 4 zip codes, if you got 4 zip codes on your route, that need to be 400 grand a year. You need to do 100,000 per zip code. Now, you say if I work Fridays, look, I don't mind working Fridays. I will work Fridays. I just don't have the work to work Fridays. Hear what I mean? I'm able to complete all my work Monday through Thursday. Friday I use for landscape jobs or shrub trimming jobs or makeup days. And also, I don't want to fill my, and I'm going to be honest, I don't want to fill my schedule up 5 days a week. Because if I fill my schedule up 5 days a week, it mess around, rain one day out the week, now I'm working Saturdays. So I just got to the point where when I was building my business, I lost a lot of family time trying to build my business while I was working 7 days a week. I said, if I ever get a chance, I knew, man, I can't see nothing. I said, I knew I want to make X amount of dollars and I want to do it in 4 days a week. So I started making X amount of dollars in 4 days a week. So I didn't want to, wasn't no need. So yes, if I still get called for work, I'm gonna go do the job. If somebody want their property cut, I'm gonna get you on the schedule. I don't mind working Fridays, but I don't want to fill my schedule up to where I'm working Fridays. And if you say, if I go to these other zip codes, would that be more work? It would be, but it'd be a headache as well. And I don't want to have a business where I'm running zip code to zip code to zip code. You got to understand, I put the amount of miles I put on my truck a year, like a truck will last me a long time. I don't know how long I've had this truck I'm driving, but I've had this truck a good amount of time, and I'm not putting a lot of miles on it. I don't have a lot of windshield time because I'm in one city. And you also say, so you think if I start going to those other zip codes, I can make enough money where I don't have to work in the winter. I'm the type of guy, I cannot sit around my house. I can't do that. I cannot do that. If I just lay around my house all winter, I ain't gonna do nothing but I'm gonna look up in the spring and be 400 pounds. All I'm gonna do is sit around the house and eat. Like right now, every morning, me and my wife will go, let's go eat breakfast. She's not gonna wanna go eat breakfast every morning, but I'm gonna go eat breakfast. Then it's open 24 hours. I'm gonna wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning like I do every day. Well, man, I go work out. All right, I'm gonna work out for an hour. Man, I'm gonna sit down and eat somewhere. Ain't nothing else to do. I'm gonna have cleaned out my garage, cleaned my truck out. Then when my phone ring, I'm so anxious to go to work, I'm running around giving free estimates again. And you ain't gonna be locking in all them jobs because you're pricing everything to be profitable. So I know I don't want to sit around. So yeah, I go run in this shipyard and weigh up about 1,400, 1,600 a week and still have Saturday and Sunday off. So I'm gonna do that. And look, if a job come up, let's say I'm welding Monday, I'm welding Tuesday, I get a call Wednesday, hey, we need a price on the, I go look at the job Wednesday, I be like, look, I'll be over here in the morning, which is Thursday. They give me the green light, I already know off top, I ain't going to work Thursday, I'm going to do this job. And then when I get there Friday, hey man, you missed Thursday. Oh yeah, man, I was sick. You got a doctor's excuse? I don't. Because I don't care about the job. I'm only here for a short time, not a long time. And then you said, do I think about starting a welding business? Look, I don't like welding that much to go buy a welding machine. I don't care about welding like that. Man, flip that. I don't give a flip about welding like that. I'm about to, man, this yard don't even really need to be cut. I'm going to cut this mug. Give them this right here going to be the last cut. You folks ain't going to need another cut after this. Cut this mug one more time and get on down. Well, I wish that dude would sell me that F-250. Look, I've been cutting this property about a year. The dude across the street got a jet black F-250 that he don't drive. It's a diesel. Lord knows I don't need a diesel. Yeah, I'm gonna give them their last cut and it's gonna be it. Let them know, hey, this y'all last cut for the season. This property is not growing. Well, I'm gonna go ahead kind of mulch a little bit of these leaves up, give them their final cut and get on down. But yeah, man, look, I'm not gonna sit here and say, man, I just got so much money put up, man, I ain't got to do nothing. No, I don't. But what I'm saying is, instead of laying around the house doing nothing, I'd rather go well. I'd rather go work in the shipyard and well, or get me a little job somewhere and go to work. I just hate sitting around. I hate it. So I can go do this little job, make some money, and I can kind of get ahead on the things I'm trying to do. Sock some money away from this job. Like, it's so much things you can do with an additional income. And like, you have people that have their business set up where they're paid monthly throughout the year. Like, even if my business was set up where I'm getting paid monthly out the year, I still cannot lay around the house. I just can't do it, man. I cannot do it. My wife would tell you that. You just got to leave. Yeah, I can be laying around the house all day Saturday. I'm getting up going somewhere at some point. But I'm planning on, shoot, cat's out the bag. I might well gonna say it. Look, I don't know yet. I don't know. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna do it. If everything goes how I want it to go, I'm gonna probably be getting an Exmark stand-on, probably mid-spring, late spring. I want the Vertex X series. I don't want the other one. I want the X series. The thing like 16, 17 grand. So I'm gonna probably throw about 4 on it, about 3 or 4 on it. Get it down to about 12, 11, 13. Like, I think last time I checked the price on these mowers, they were like 16,000, 15,000. So if I throw 4 on it, get it down to about 11, and then finance the rest and just go from there. Like, because my Exmark Radius, it's a good cutting mower, but it's uncomfortable because it's like a high-end residential. All right. And I'm cramped up on the mower. This lady just texted me, right? She have a property full of leaves. She have a property with a bunch of trees on them, right? Now, her property has a bunch of trees. All right, now, as we all know, the grass is slowing down, the leaves starting to fall. And I explained to her, she said, what does all include in my lawn service? And listen, I'm not working for free. She asked me what is included in my lawn service. I said, what comes with lawn service? Cutting the grass, weed eating, edging, blowing the driveway, blowing the back porch, getting out of there. Said, your property has a bunch of trees. I said, I have a lot of clients similar. I said, I have a lot of properties similar to yours. What my clients do, they roll over to leaf removal they roll over to having the leaves removed once a month. Because when your property is surrounded by oak trees, you got to get them leaves out of there. There's no way around. Listen, you cannot get upset with the lawn man because you got 100 oak trees on your property. You bought the property. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not coming to work for free. And then she said, okay, I wasn't really meaning to remove them as much as mulch them. So I guess if I blow them away from the house and the fence before you come, can you mow over them? She wanted me to come mulch the leaves up. All right. Now, if I go over there mulching leaves up, it's 2 things I'm fixing to do. I'm fixing to clog the air filter up on my mower, and I'm fixing to clog my lungs up. Because she had one of them properties where it's dirt and sand. She really don't have grass. She just got leaves, right? Now, how you start is how you got to finish. So if I go over there and be like, yeah, I can mulch them up, it's going to be a dust bowl. I'm not interested in working in a dust bowl. So I'm going to respond to her. She said, if I blow them away from the house and fence before you come, you can just mow over them. Can you just mow over them? Listen. Then that mean in November, in December, when all these leaves coming off the tree, They think they can just blow them off the fence or rake them off the fence into piles, and I come over there and just mulch them up. Man, I'm not doing that. I'm not interested in that. A hungry man will eat anything. Man, look, I'm not trying to do that. Is that my client? Oh, that's kid's about to go to school. What time it is? Okay, kid's about to go to school. I'm not interested in doing it at all. So I'm just let her know